Now that is a shot right there. We are finished. This is our final build. We're right up to the clock. We're gonna finish this. I'm gonna jump in the shower. We're loading up and we are heading there. But we have our police are heroes. Kind of a shout out to those who serve, all those men and women that put their lives on the line every day. I mean, we can't thank you enough. And this is just a small shout out to all those who serve. All this other nonsense about defund the police and all that crap, forget that nonsense. These people are heroes, so we wanted to put it on the side of our car. Police are heroes and all lives matter. If you need a word in front of that, then that is the definition of racism, just so you know. I am a history teacher, so take my word for it. But here she is. She looks good. Not sure what we're gonna get. She is the ultimate wild card to show under the hood. Just move the fuse box a little bit. Again, what I always do with the air filter, take that out, get rid of all that junk plastic. Got our thermostat housing fixed. If you ever are tightening these things down or loosening them, that is garbage. Like white metal, just super fragile. Piece of junk. So I got that back on. Put a little bit of door lube in the motor. Didn't put as much as I did. I put almost a quart in my PT. I only had maybe a quarter of a quart, I put into this one just because I didn't get a chance to drain and kind of balance out the oil. So I just put, it was a little low. I just put enough that it kind of put it to the level we want. Again, got our sensor module there, our control, our coolant sensor. There we go. If I can say it right, we got it out. Right there it is. We took it out, put a new one in there. Again, we gutted the thermostat, so that should just constantly be flowing. We got water in there, so that's what we want. Radiator and everything, took all that extra, AC stuff out of there. Wires, just kind of taped them on the inside, keep them kind of inside the frame here. A little bit of protection. The fuse box again was here. I like to move it off and just secure it with zip ties so that if I take a hit there, it's not immediately hitting it. I like to keep it up like it normally is, like flush, so that the fuses are sitting properly. That was the best I could do without moving any wires more than I wanted. So there's that. I'll just keep going around. Inside, sorry again, I got the sniffles, my allergies whenever it's getting to fall here. Just kind of kicks in. She is clean inside. We had a couple, had an interesting thing with this one. Again, the what was my buddy say it was called? The fuel sensor? No, what was it? It was it's for the fuel pump, but it was right there. It was mounted over there. Had an earlier video of that. Got it there, got it taped to the shirt. I'm gonna get more black tape. I ran out. I mounted, or I bolted back in the grounds because I wasn't sure if I'd need them or not. This one here I actually have up in the air because I didn't have any more places. I have two there, one up here, just in case. I mean, they should be fine. They're out of the way. I've them taped together and kind of out of the way. Again, I'll put a little more tape over it. Cage went together good. I welded literally at dark with a light in one hand and the weld in the other. Not too bad. You can see this time I properly put this bar on first, and I made sure I had the bars right before I welded. That was a lesson I learned last time, to where I welded the first one and I'm like, oh shoot, I should have made sure I was aligned. Didn't put one across the dash because in my experience, this, I don't know exactly what it is. It's under the dash, all the plastic there. It's like it's kind of like the bars I use, maybe not quite as tough, but I just went straight to kind of the side here. I've seen people do this in earlier derbies this year. I'm like, I like that idea, and I was able to get a pretty good weld again right there, pretty flush to that. Touch the weld here, and it went right past there. And the nice thing is these metal tubing here I've used these now for a bunch of derbies. I don't have to keep cutting them. It sticks out a little bit, or this one here had this cut off another piece. Works great. I'll tape this up again. I ran out of tape. I gotta just zip tie the stuff here real quick, just our dash there. Battery, I'm a little bit, just kind of walk around the back here to finish. A little disappointed again. DemolitionNoobs on YouTube, we started doing that. It's just fun. And again, Cricut stickers work great. You can see how good they look. Paint, 2 coats, just your outdoor paint, looks good. It's a flat look, looks good, and I'm not even a very good painter. And again, I did this last night about 2 a.m. so that was when the second coat went on. But inside, I gotta get a battery mount. I gotta get my own kind of set up because this just isn't good enough. I mean, hopefully today it's good enough. I'm actually, you can see, using this. I don't have it pulled super tight yet, but it's in there pretty sturdy. I'll tape up this one in particular, just in case as you're shaking around, the battery will shift a little with this, and I got to get a better setup than that. But for now, I'll pull it tight, tape it up, and then I'll just run that excess around the bars. So not ideal, but hopefully it will suffice and it won't be an issue. So that is her. Got the just foam lights off a cooler, just spray painted them, and then I have just a long bolt nut and washer there. Don't have it pulled tight, just have it set in there. I'll take it off in the way of the Derby because it's just foam, it'll rip off. It should be fine for the Derby, and even if it comes off once I'm there, oh well. And then we got our sign on top. So there she is. We are excited. We'll see what we get. We're not sure. This car's the ultimate wild card. And then here's my son and daughter's the Britannic look, as they said. If you know your history, they thought it was cool with the white medical ship, the Red Cross. So we painted that. Nora, my little girl, will use that today. Hud, my son, he'll use it the last Derby we have here, second week in October. There's one scheduled. So here we go. See how we do.